Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So it's been a slow day for transfer news, but I'm coming at you today with a video talking about at least one bit of transfer news that we have seen of today, which is of course the news coming from quite a few different sources. One of them of course is quite reliable, and that is of course Pete Graves on Twitter, talking about the possibility that Newcastle could be bringing Moussa Diaby of Bayer Leverkusen. Now, we've already talked about Moussa Diaby on the channel before. Pete Graves, of course, 1 hour ago on Twitter, put out a tweet saying the latest Moussa Diaby is on NUFC radar. That's as far as things are at the moment. They have an extensive list, of course, on about Newcastle here, of attacking targets. Still no movement on the Ekatike deal, which remains dormant currently. And we are also looking at BORJA as well as Calvert-Lewin, who are also in the discussion as well for players to come to Newcastle United. Now, a player that I would have loved to have seen join Newcastle United, unfortunately, has joined a rival, in a very old rival of us Newcastle United fans. And that player is, of course, Christian Eriksen. He has agreed a 3-year deal with Manchester United to join them. Good luck to the lad. I think, to be honest, it is a very silly move by him going to Man United. It is entirely up to the player, to be honest, but I just don't think, Christian Eriksen going to Man United is really going to benefit the lad that much at this point in his career. Yes, he'll probably get a good payday out of it. That's a good benefit, but he's still got a lot of quality left to give. Look at what he done at Brentford. He's still got a lot of quality left to give in the game. And I think if we could have got somebody like a Christian Eriksen into our midfield, it's not an area that will really need that much improvement in, to be honest, with the players that we've already got in that position. But adding an extra body in there, would have been nice. I think there's still always a possibility, that we can still add an extra player into that midfield. Like I say, not that we need it, but I still believe, that there is a chance that we could actually add an extra body in there yet. With still quite a lot of the transfer window left to go. But it would have been nice to see Christian Eriksen come to Newcastle United. I really do love that guy. He's a really good player. Look at what he did at Brentford, and he proved it. He's still got, the stuff, and he's still able to go. And seeing him go to Man United, it's just not a move, that it just doesn't look good in my eyes, for the lad. It's not the best of moves. I can understand why he's done it, at the end of the day, I'm sure he'll be getting a reasonable paycheck out of it. So, I can't see why he might have made that move. Or maybe, he's not making the move because of money reasons. Maybe he's just making the move, in the fact that it is Eric Ten Hag. It's a guy, that he is quite familiar with from his days when he was at Ajax. So, it is another familiar face, a bit like Thomas Frank at Brentford. But I am a little disappointed in that one. But there is plenty more players out there. We will move on, and we can, go and see who else we can get in the window. Like I say, we've got right the way to the 1st of September, but the news coming from Pete Graves today, is pretty promising that, we are looking at Moussa Diaby. I would really love to see Moussa Diaby come to Newcastle as well. I've been watching, clips of him online. I've seen him play as well on occasion. When I haven't been watching Premier League football, I have looked at Diaby play a few times, and he is an absolute dream to watch. A really great player. He knows what he's doing on the ball. He knows how to score the goals as well. I mean, look at what he's done this season. In the Bundesliga, he is a player. That I'm quite surprised nobody else has been looking at. From what I can see of, quite a few people have been having a look at Ekatike. I mean, Adam Pearson was talking about this as well. Nobody has really had a look at Moussa Diaby, but quite a few of them have been looking at Ekitike. I am quite surprised at that, considering that Moussa Diaby is as good as he is. You'd think a lot more people would be in there, but at the end of the day, that could benefit us. That could allow us to be able to get in there and buy him and have him in our team. Not that we're going to have much competition for players when it comes down to, being able to afford to buy the players. Now, we're not going out there and buying daft players. We're not paying over the odds for the players. We've been sensible and we've done it really well since the new owners have come in. We have done really well in both windows that they've been in so far, in the January window and this window, which, like I say, there's still quite a bit of this window to go, but it's been quite interesting to see who we've brought in. Obviously, it's a little bit quieter now on the transfer front in Newcastle, because we are looking at now the more difficult area to choose the players in. Obviously, we're looking more towards the attacking position now for that goal scorer who's going to be able to score 10 to 15, maybe 20 goals a season. We need somebody that's going to be able to come in and do that when Callum Wilson isn't fit, which can be quite a few times. We've seen that last season. Callum Wilson has always had problems with his injuries, and hopefully, fingers crossed, he will stay fit this time around. But there is always going to be that injury problem there with Callum Wilson, so we do need to have somebody that's going to come in and be able to be an attacking player forward, to be able to come in and score the goals when Callum Wilson isn't there to do it. Because looking at Chris Wood, last season, yes, he did supply a lot of balls into Maxi and balls into other people, and assisted the play. He scored a few goals, but he didn't score as many, as you'd be expecting, from somebody like a Callum Wilson, or even, from your striker in general. You want to see 10 to 15 goals, 20 tops, in there. And if you're getting a really good striker as well, it could be like bare minimum 15 goals in a season. That, can be the difference between finishing in 10th place and finishing in 5th place. That can be the difference in my eyes between them two positions. And looking at the squad currently at the moment, what we've got as well, it is a very good squad. I mean, look at the acquisitions that we've brought in so far. We're not messing around here. We're coming in here to play a huge part in this season. We're not coming here to just, be a part of the game. We're here to try and take over, and that is the whole idea of this new, ownership, is to push Newcastle United to a level that we've never ever been at before. Even under the Sir John Hall and Shepherd era, we've never ever been at this kind of, level before. We've never had these kind of owners with this kind of wealth before behind we. And now, with that, and partner that up with the fact of our fan base as well, how loyal our fan base is, partner it up with the fact of the players that we've acquired as well. I wouldn't be surprised, if we finished well within that top 10, top 6 area of the Premier League. But we will talk about that, when we get to the Premier League prediction table, which will be coming out on the channel a little bit closer to the start of the Premier League season. And of course, I will be putting out a video as well for the preview for the game against Nottingham Forest as well. But just a quick video today to talk about that news coming from Pete Graves about Moussa Diaby. That is very good news. I would really love to see Moussa Diaby come to Newcastle United, especially after seeing what he's done in the Bundesliga. He's an absolute dream to watch. A really quick, pacey player as well. Have him on one wing, Maxi on the other, and then you have Callum Wilson through the middle is the striker, if he can stay fit long enough. If not, then you can try and get in another striker into there. and then we can push on from there, you know. But that will be an absolute game changer, getting Moussa Diaby in Newcastle United. So I hope we can get him, but it is going to be an expensive one. Currently on Transfer Market, he is going under as 50 million market value, so it's going to be a pricey one to try and pry him away from Bayer Leverkusen. But you know, everybody's got the price. Everybody's got to pay, as Ted DiBiase used to say in the WWE or WWF at that time. So who knows? Maybe we can get Moussa Diaby. Till next time, I'll see you all later. Remember, like, share, subscribe to the channel. However, lads.